Subscribe our channel for latest news updates.
Trump just pissed off every liberal in America with who he invited to the White House today. Such an honor. And of course, this has to come out of the loony liberal state of California. A teacher and city council member of Pico Rivera, California has now come under fire for an insult-filled rant in which he belittled the intelligence of those who serve and have served in our military. In the rant, this so-called teacher and politician went on to actually say people who go into the military do so because they have no other options. That their parents didn't love them enough to push them enough academically, and because of this, they didn't take care of academic business in school. So basically he insulted every brave American who has ever put on a uniform and fought for the very liberties that give him the right to spew his crap to our children. He went on to finish off his asinine rant by sadly stating that our military takes the lowest of the low. Salcido currently teaches U.S. government at El Rancho High School and is also a member of the Pico Rivera City Council as well as a former mayor. This scumbag was elected to the Pico Rivera City Council back in 1999 and served as mayor in 2002, 2010 and 2015, according to his online biography.
The student who recorded Salcido is an aspiring recruit to the Marines who comes from a long line of Marines, but he didn't want to be identified for fear of reprisal. President Donald Trump was quick to offer him a visit to the White House. As a person who recently went back to school for a short period of time, I can honestly say I would put up the IQ level of any military recruit against that of any teacher. Although the teachers who teach without indoctrinating are superb and very hard to come by these days, it doesn't take much to be a teacher. Unless you count knowing how to whine about not making enough money and saying I love Hillary. But it takes a lot of smarts, both academic and street, to be a soldier. This teacher should be fired immediately, don't you agree? Via the San Gabriel Valley Tribune, the El Rancho High School senior who captured his teacher's profanity-laced classroom rant against the military on a secretly recorded video that went viral will be honored Saturday by some grateful vets in San Pedro. Victor Quinones, who was wearing a Marine sweatshirt in class the day he took the video, now attends the Pico Rivera School accompanied by a chaperone for his own safety, according to his mother, Karen Rodriguez.
The teacher, Gregory Salcido, who also serves on the Pico Rivera City Council, has been put on paid leave by the district as the incident is investigated. Some have demanded that Salcido be fired. He could not be reached for comment. No one expected the 6-minute recording to cause such an uproar, Victor's mother said. I actually shared it with one of my friends and she posted on Facebook, she said. From there it went viral. On Saturday, 17-year-old Quinones will be presented with a certificate of recognition at a 5 p.m. ceremony hosted by American Legion Post 61 on board the battleship Iowa in San Pedro, where the post is based. Lowest of the low. On the recording, Salcido is heard telling students in the classroom that members of the military are the frickin' lowest of the low. He mocks those who go into the military as desperate in having no other options, and tells his students that joining the military means they have no other options. It means, he says, your parents didn't love you enough to push you, he said. Editor's note: some of the video embedded in this story contains profanity. Insisting recruiters shouldn't be allowed on campus. He also said, we don't have pimps come into schools. Anyone want to be a hoe? They're going to friggin' lie to you. Terry Bonnick, a Marine, and commander of American Legion Post 61, wasn't amused.
I was kind of shocked by it. I couldn't believe what I heard, the San Pedro resident said. The event honoring Victor, the oldest of 5 children, and his family was seen as a way to support the student for taking a risk by making the recording. Victor, whose father is a Marine who served in Afghanistan, hopes to join the Corps when he graduates, his mother said. I happen to be a Marine, so I was a little unhappy to hear that gentleman talking about the military services the way he did, especially to high school kids, said Bonnick, who served from 1974 to 80. You have to have a college degree to be an officer. You're not stupid, you're not ignorant. You're very intelligent. City Council expected to weigh in again. Pico Rivera Mayor Gustavo Camacho said the issue is expected to come up at Tuesday's City Council meeting, perhaps in the form of a motion on the agenda that hasn't been finalized. We were extremely surprised and quite frankly disappointed by Salcido's remarks, Camacho said in a telephone interview Thursday. It's cast a negative shadow upon us at a time when we are about to celebrate our 60th anniversary. The city, he said, has a long connection to the military. We are a community founded on the principles, values, and sacrifices of veterans, he said, adding that Pico Rivera boasts 2 veterans of foreign wars posts.
Somehow, in some way, we are all connected to a veteran. A good percentage of the residents of Pico Rivera are either veterans themselves or have relatives who are veterans. Camacho said Salcido has not been heard from since the incident. No one has been able to communicate with him that I'm aware of, he said. The council already has removed Salcido from his committee appointments, but it would require a voter recall to remove him from office if Salcido does not resign, he said. Public welcome at ceremony. The public is welcome to attend Saturday's ceremony in San Pedro, Bonnick said, adding he was looking forward to meeting this young man. Victor also was invited by White House Chief of Staff General John Kelly to visit the White House, Rodriguez said. A fundraising page has been set up to help the family pay for the trip. She said her son did the right thing but added that the threats have been disconcerting. She believes Salcido should be fired. Bonnick had a different thought. I don't want to see anybody lose their job over something like this, but I think he should be reprimanded, Bonnick said. Put him in a Marine Corps boot camp for 3 weeks and see how he handles that.